I'm Hannah from the Access to Leeds team. If you're watching this, you will have received an offer from the University of Leeds, and I just wanted to explain a bit more about the Access to Leeds scheme. So today we're going to cover the Access to Leeds offer, what this means, the Access to Leeds modules and the benefits of taking part, some dates and deadlines, how you'll be supported to complete the module and preparing for the module, as well as fitting it in around your studies and exams. So you may have received an email from us, or you've received your offer and you've submitted an application. But basically, the offer is the Access to Leeds offer is a widening participation scheme, and it basically is a 2-grade reduction or equivalent below the standard offer. So if your standard offer is 3 A's, that goes down to A, B, B. So to achieve this offer, you must make Leeds your firm choice and successfully complete the A2L Access to Leeds module to keep the reduced offer. It's a really simple module. It's not hard. I think that's something that people get worried about a lot, but it's really not difficult at all. If you choose not to participate in Access to Leeds, your standard offer won't be affected. You still will have to get the standard offer, but you won't be able to get the contextual offer of the reduced offer. So the module is designed to support you with the transition into university. By the end of the module, you'll have developed key academic study skills, had the chance to write a short assignment relating to your chosen course, had the opportunity to participate in bespoke online Access to Leeds events, and have accessed resources to support wellbeing. You also get a chance to explore Minerva, which we'll go through later, which a lot of your cohort when you start university won't have had the chance to before they've started. So it gives you that kind of extra boost, so you'll know when it comes down to it of what to expect. So why should you take part? The Access to Leeds module has specific benefits for both your current and future studies. Now, we've had many people who have applied to the university and then chosen to go to a different university and have still said that the Access to Leeds module helped them go on. So even if you decide to go to a different university, this will help. We obviously want you to come to the University of Leeds, but we want to support you regardless. So the Access to Leeds module enhances your pre-existing academic skills as well as introducing new ones. The opportunity to apply these skills to subject-related assignments means that you've got that when you enter your first year, you've got that experience, you've got that knowledge to be able to just start with your feet hitting the ground running. You'll also receive useful feedback on your work from an academic tutor. Now, this could be a tutor that you work with in your course, or it could be someone that you meet later on the course. It's a good way because you will have been receiving feedback at an A-level standard. Now you'll get a chance to get feedback from a university standard and understand how to improve your work. It also introduces you to the university online systems such as Minerva and our library. And it helps to support that transition into university level study. So the module is comprised of 2 key components, the academic skills module and the subject-specific assignment. Now, we have additional resources, but those aren't required. The only required aspects are the academic skills module and the subject-specific assignment. So the academic skills, we try to arrange it to be between the Easter break. So that's around mid-April to mid-May. And it's just before your exams start. So we try to avoid any exam interference. The academic skills are online interactive resource, multiple choice questions. There's about 3 topics, 5 questions per topic, and you get many chances to go and complete it. What we ask is when it comes to that, you try it as many times to get the full score as you need to get the full score to pass the academic skills skills module. But you've got about 5 weeks to do that. It doesn't take long at all. I'm someone that's been out of university for several years now. I've not had to think about academic skills for several years now, but I was able to complete it quite quickly once I looked at the guidance, looked at the resources, and then answered the questions. It was super easy. And this is coming from someone that hasn't been in education in a long time. Then we've got the subject-specific assignment. This comes out mid-June, so this should be coming out around the end of your exams. I think we've had a few people say that depending on when your last exam is, it arrives just around then. So you don't have to worry about having to research for anything during your exams. We don't want to stress you out more than it needs to. So you submit that online and it gets marked by a tutor. I'll get further into detail on that later. So the module is delivered on Minerva. So this is the university's online learning platform, and it's used by all of our students. And both parts of the module are completed on Minerva. You can see a little screenshot of what it looks like, and you'll get some further screenshots of how it will look later on. But basically, this gives you a chance to explore what Minerva is like, and you'll get some first-hand knowledge and advanced knowledge before the rest of your cohort on your course. So the academic skills module is a series of online interactive resources, and it's developed by the Skills at Library, and we've delivered it via Minerva. So we've got topics focusing on 3 key areas: reading, note-making, critical thinking, writing skills, and academic integrity and referencing. The academic integrity and referencing is such an interesting one because you learn about how to reference. And when I was at college, I could not reference to save my life. So this would have saved my life coming to university, knowing that I'd got that extra help. So the assessment is via a set of multiple choice questions with 5 questions per topic. It's recommended about 1 to 2 hours. I was able to do it in an hour, but it's not a hard set of things at all. And you've got multiple chances to go over it again to make sure that you get all questions correct. We've also got additional topics, including scientific writing, improving maths, presentation skills, digital skills. These topics aren't assessed, so they're not required. If you feel you don't need to improve your maths or you don't want to look at your presentation skills, you don't need to. We're not going to assess that for you. So this is what some of the resources look like. So we've got the academic integrity. So it has a bunch of different things. We've got videos, we've got interactive like presentations. You've got a chance to look through and go through it. And then what will happen is you'll get then the multiple choice questions and you'll go through it and answer it. All of the answers are on the resources. You just have to look for them. It's quite nice and easy. It's something you could quite easily do on a weekend. So it's nice and easy for you. Then we get to my favorite part, which is the subject-specific assignment. Now, I love reading some of these. I think they're fantastic and so intelligent, and my mind is blown every single time. So it's typically a written or a more practical assignment. So some the design subjects will get more of a design work, whilst other subjects like philosophy or biology will have a more written practical assignment. So it's set by an academic tutor in your course area, and it's related to the subject area or your chosen course. So you'll get the chance to apply those academic skills that you have learned about in the academic skills module. You'll then get a chance to submit a draft copy of the assignment to your tutor. They will then review it, they'll go over it, and they'll send it back to you and let you know what can be improved on, what works really well, and how you can then improve it. You then submit your final assignment to your tutor on Minerva, which we've seen before, and the tutor will mark it and provide feedback. Now, we really recommend you read that feedback because that will help you massively when you start in year one. So this is what Minerva will look like. This is where you'll find your subject-specific assignment. So this is the economics one. So as you can see, we've got the assignment brief, which I'll go through in a minute. And then you've got the Turnitin submission link. So that's where you would submit the final submission. So for the economics subject-specific assignment, the assignment title was UK government introduced a living minimum wage, discussed how this new minimum wage will impact on the retail industry in the UK. So as you can see from this, it's an essay style assignment. You don't need to have any prior knowledge of the subject, and it's designed so you can research it, find the correct content and understand. What most tutors will do is include some guidance and some sources and what you can do for your research. So these are the initial sources that were listed as starting points, and they'll be provided. And then what you can do is then use your own research to build upon these sources. And that gives you that chance to kind of look through of what is recommended as a good source. So throughout the Access to Leeds module, you'll be introduced to time management techniques, and that will help you plan and prioritize. You've got bespoke mental health and wellbeing resources available throughout the module. You get tutor guidance throughout the subject assignment and feedback on draft assignment. You've also got the optional online sessions to give you the opportunity to chat to staff and current students. And me and the rest of the Access to Leeds teams are always available via email, via phone, to answer any queries. And at the end of the day, we want to hear from you. If you're having problems, get in touch with us. If you're struggling, get in touch with us. If we don't know, we can't help you, and we want to be able to help you as much as we can. So what's next? So this is a kind of rough timeline. More information will come via your email, and we'll let you know all the information and the exact dates. But mid-April, we're hoping to launch the academic skills module. Then around mid-May, we've got the academic skills deadline. So everything should be done, and you should have 15 out of 15 for the academic skills module. Then you've got your exams. We want to give you a break, not have to worry about any more Access to Leeds things. Then we've got mid-June, and we launch the subject-specific assignment. Then around about end of July, so that's a good kind of, it's about six, 7 weeks. We've got the subject-specific assignment deadline. So everything needs to be handed in by then. Then that gives the tutors the chance to mark your work, give you the feedback, and then mid-August, you've got your A-level results. So ultimately, if you've passed Access to Leeds, when you get that, when you get your A-level results, you'll be eligible for getting that reduced offer. So we've timed the module to avoid the busiest exam period. I've only met that we regularly work with student ambassadors who did the Access to Leeds module, and I think I've only met one who had whose exams finished the day it was released, or the day the module was released. So we do try and make sure that there's not any added stress, because we don't want to have you be stressed out or upset that you're not going to be able to complete it in time. But we've also then got the time management resources available to help you plan and prioritize your work. So once you've completed the module, your tutor marks your assignment and will leave you some constructive feedback. If you've passed the module, you'll remain eligible for your Access to Leeds offer on A-level results day. So that's the 2-grade reduction. If you meet the conditions of your Access to Leeds offer on results day, you'll be accepted onto your chosen course. We've then got the Plus program, who is, if we look after you in this period, they then take over and look after you once you've started the university. And they offer lots of different things. They help with the transition, and they offer support, and they just want to make sure that you're making the most of your studies at Leeds. We've also got undergraduate scholarships, and those open in March. So it's definitely worth, if your household income is less than 42,875 a year, you may be eligible. We'll send you emails regarding this. So it's definitely worth checking all your emails from us, because they always contain something important. Even if you don't think it is, it should be very important and you should look into it. So if there's any more questions, please get in touch with us at Access to Leeds. Our email address is there. We'd love to hear from you. If there's any problems with the module, with your application, anything to do with the university, we're more than happy to help. And we just want to hear from you and make sure that everything's okay. So our email address is accesstoleeds@leeds.ac.uk. Please get in touch. My name is Hannah. I'm part of the Access to Leeds team, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the university and hearing from you. Bye.